It's me, the librarian. Ready for the show.
Hey, how long has it been since we did that last review?
Last one?
Yeah.
I don't know, about a week, maybe. A week or two.
Did you say 2?
Yeah, two, 3.
Oh, he's gonna be so mad.
Why aren't you two idiots working?
Well, I mean, we could go ahead and maybe make up for the fact that it kind of takes a while to get these done. Maybe we could just go ahead and do a double feature?
Yeah, that sounds good.
It better be done soon. Or else.
Okay. Here we go again. Hello, one and all. This is your lovely horror nerds, Nathan.
This is Daniel.
And tonight's feature is a double feature. It's 2 movies. Dose. 1, 2, 3. No, just 2. All right then. They aren't typical movies that we go ahead and review because they're extra smutty. We kind of got carried away whenever it came to Humanoids from the Deeps review, so we decided to start doing this one and see how many more views and likes and all that other stuff we can get. So before we get started, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, share this video. Tonight's movies are
The Night of Something Strange.
and
Porno.
Roll those posters. So on to tonight's first movie, Night of Something Strange. This is a what the hell kind of a movie about a venereal disease that is onset by a guy who's committing necrophilia.
He's cracking open a cold one.
And not the good kind.
Oh.
He gets a venereal disease and walks about, gets back home to where the virus kicks in fully and turns him into a VD zombie.
It will attack you, it'll try to rape you as well. It's spreading its disease. Gross.
Super gross.
It's just a gross.
If you have a problem with bodily fluids of any sort of nature whatsoever, not to mention the fact of graphic violence or sex, you might want to put down the controller and just go ahead and listen to our
You
review.
might want to skip this one just entirely.
Just basically,
reality.
our movie mostly follows a group of antagonists who are going on a weekend vacation from college and are just traveling around, searching the backwoods, and their vehicle breaks down as normal vehicles do in horror movies.
Yeah. Sooner or later, they're stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Here comes our zombie, and more infection spreads.
It literally runs this woman outside. And she's already creepy enough as it is before she becomes a zombie. She's sick and tired of people leaving tampons in her freaking bathroom and clogging up the crapper. Now, while this is going on, our head zombie, the necrophiliac zombie, is actually in the bathroom making more of a mess than I'm allowed to say on YouTube if I ever want to get sponsored.
And if you can hold your lunch for quite a good time while looking at this bizarre concoction.
I'm talking about mortician level of being able to hold back your chunks
Oh my
from
goodness.
just watching people get torn apart and then bodily fluids everywhere. It's like a baby in a long car ride during a vacation that shits up its back and somehow gets a full-on dookie vest. If you are faint of heart, don't bother with this movie. However, if you have no problem with the utmost, just downright grindhousey style zombie movie that isn't necessarily your typical zombie movie, go check out Night of Something Strange.
I gotta say, I'm gonna go ahead and give this movie a, I don't know, 5 out of 10.
I'm giving it
maybe.
freaking solid 4 out of 10. Go see it. I dare you. This movie looks like it was made on a dare anyway. I dare you to go see this movie.
There are times in this movie where it's good. There are times in this movie where it's just dragged out bad.
And there's other times when there's wieners and vaginas with teeth.
And there are times when you're just laughing your ass off, which is kind of what I did half the time. I mean, dumb fun. I'd say check it out once if you're into that stuff.
Only check it out once.
But
maybe check out the first quarter of it and see how you go ahead and function.
See.
They spray fart in the black dude's face, by the way.
Remember the trailer, and check out the trailer. Do what you want to do after that.
All right. We got another review to do.
Okay.
So let's just go ahead and move on. Everybody get ready for Porno. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want a shitty movie. Well, guess what I just got?
Tough shit. I mean, we're getting a shitty movie.
Tonight's movie is a movie that I'm relatively sure I found on Shudder. Not sponsored still, by the way. That is an absolute what the hell did I just watch type of movie. Our movie mostly goes ahead and follows this group, and they find out that the previous owner of this theater had owned the type of place where you can walk in and just murder anybody and nobody's ever going to find the body. They got plenty of floor space and all of the room for the people you want to put under them. Later on becomes a supernatural movie after it becomes a Chase Scooby-Doo style movie into a show about them finding out that he had previously summoned a succubus and or had failed because everybody had shunned him and kicked him out of the town. At least out of the theater, and had sold the property off to somebody else. He finds his way back, and after he does, he manages to summon the demon who makes your balls explode! No kidding, your balls explode. One of the characters' balls explode, a couple of other characters' balls almost explode. This is the most graphic part of this entire movie, and they show it in violent, nasty, gory detail. I am not going to go ahead and show pictures of most of this movie, because I'm never going to get sponsored if I do by anybody family friendly. So these are the people who are involved in this movie. You should all be ashamed of yourselves.
Pretty effective gore. I like the effects in here were somewhat good, but with that, add with the copious amount of boobages that's running through this movie, which is top notch, I gotta say, portrayed by this woman. When you name it Porno, it's just
should have been a lot more ambitious, and instead of doing so, it decided to lull on a lot of the duller moments, trying to establish how faithful these characters are, and kind of give everybody a cookie cutter kind of backstory that resembled the last character. You could mix these characters up and say which boy character did we lose, and we wouldn't be able to go ahead and tell unless we backed up the movie the first time given this Passover.
It doesn't matter who the characters are. I mean, they're portrayed by these people, but when you get to the cast, trying to remember everybody's name, who cares?
It's a long, arduous process.
It is. Not
filled with much reward. Anyway, I would go ahead and give this movie at least a solid freaking 3 out of 10.
I'd give it a 3 out of 10 too.
Anyhow, if you're brave enough to go check out our double feature recommendations, you can find them on Shudder. You can also find them on VOD.
1 or 2 of them may be on DVD hard copy right now. I'm not too hopeful for a Blu-ray release.
Oh, there's a Blu-ray release.
Is there?
There might even be a VHS re-release of this.
Shit.
This feels like one of those schlocky 1980s horror films that actually had a lot of gore and not a lot of substance. A lot of the violent moments felt forced, almost into what was basically feeling like a Trey Parker and Matt Stone meet Scooby-Doo spoof.
I can kind of see that.
So this is your lovely horror nerd, Nathan.
This is Daniel.
Don't tell anybody we ended up showing you this.
We were severely disappointed.
We were never here.
Oh my goodness.